Okay, on this particular video, we're just going to cover fitting the injection pump, and it will become part of the timing video later on. We'll show both sides, but just to put the pump on, I'll just show you little things I like to do. The pump sits on here, in through there, and I've put a seal kit through that pump and bead blasted it and got it ready for painting and running and everything. That's right to go. There is some video on that, but I didn't do the full video. I've done another 5 videos on fuel injection pumps, I think it may be. So there's probably enough on the channel about that. Now, these little studs and nuts that hold the injection pump on. Now, on my tractor, and it happens a bit, you undo the studs here and or the nuts really. The nuts come off and the whole bolt comes off. So what I'm going to do is Loctite these in so it can never happen like that again. So, and we're just going to use the lock the 2 nuts together method. It's quick and easy for such a little job like this. When you get the correct end of the spanner. Like we just nip them together firmly. Pop a bit of, thread locker of some kind. Probably not half a ton, quarter of a ton, yeah. And you just screw that in as far as it goes. And that's all we need to do there. This is the gasket we've got to put on shortly, so we'll cover the pop the 3 in. Now it's fine thread, it's 5/16 UNC, the thread that goes into the timing cover. Now most studs, when you're looking at studs and bolts and that, most times if it's a stud, there'll be a coarse thread that goes into the tractor, and on a Fergie anyway, and a fine stud that goes for the nuts on the fittings outside. So it's a nice coarse thread for the cast to hang on to. And do the last one. Where are we? Here. There we go. Once more, a little bit of Loctite, and so when we do want to undo this later on, if we ever do, we don't have to worry about the studs coming out. I don't know what they do in the factory, but they do come out quite easily. So the gasket here, we don't need to put anything on the gasket. The gasket can just sit there. A little bit of grease would be okay there, if you like. Now, if you can see there's bits of gasket sitting in around here, I've got to cut that all out yet. I don't want that to stay there. But what I would like to point out is just here, you can just see this little mark coming out there. Now that's a scribed mark in the timing cover, and you'll also have a little scribed mark on the pump. So at this stage we just got to sit the pump on. Now if the timing gear and all that is in there, well, you'll have to turn the pump and line it up with the dowel and all that, but for the moment we just put the pump on there. We put a flat washer first, then I've got new spring washers here and new nuts, just because the old nuts were getting a bit second hand. The spanners had been slipping off them over its lifetime, so we're doing this as close as we can to original. So we'll try and pick up on all the little stuff if we can, but we're not going to lose any sleep if something gets away from us. Now the top one. I'll have to support the pump a little bit. Oh, come on. And in we go. So at this stage, if you're just putting the pump on from the back and the gear's already there, you should be lined up. If not, all we want to do at this stage is line these two lines up and nip the pump up a little. Now if you're not rebuilding an engine and just doing your pump, this is where you would probably have it fairly firm here and nip it up. The plate on the side here, I've left this plate a little bit loose, so later on when we have the pistons in and things like that, we can actually adjust the pump to make sure it's lined up properly. I have put this pump on the injection tester and set the line so I know the line's in the correct position. So once you've got the pump on and you know you're in the right position, and you can see on the back of your timing on your flywheel, which we haven't got on yet, where the pump timing mark is, 24 degrees or 26 or whatever you think it should be. You can loosen the pump, loosen the injector lines, turn this pump a little bit to line this up, and that's all there is to it. So for our pump here, and for our purposes of playing with the timing, see, I haven't got the gear here yet. I just want to put the pump on so I can support the timing gear and show you what it'll look like from the other side. So that's and look, that's firm, it's not really tight. I'll swing the engine around, and at this stage that's what it looks like from the other side. I do have to put the lock tabs on these gears yet, and you can see this is your injection pump. It turns around quite freely. So with the pump sitting in place, at the moment it doesn't matter an awful lot what goes on. But you can see we have the pink lines here, the pink lines there, the pink lines there. So you have two dots on the cam with a line in the middle for the idler. We have a line here, two lines that line up, one in the valley of a tooth, one on the top. Same here. And I'll find that gear. Okay, back on the engine here. Now I've put the lock tabs on these idler gears here and tensioned them up and knocked the tabs over. Now this is the end of your injection pump. So with the lines all lined up, I've got the dowel facing down towards this bolt hole here. I suppose yours will be the same. So that's the little dowel in there that you're looking to line up with it. So Actually, I have a paint pen here. I'll put a yellow paint pen line on the gear, so you can see where the mark is there. So, and you can see the mark here on the idler. So we want to line that up, and in the process of doing that, get this gear lined up with the dowel as well. Now, I'm just going to try and sit this bolt in loosely just so it doesn't all drop away. But sometimes yeah, look, that looks pretty good. Looks like it might have lined up. Yep, there we go. You can just see it click in. Now, I just realised that this tractor, normally they have a little triangle plate here with lock tabs with two little levers there, and that sits across the dowel here, and my tractor never had one, and I didn't realise that I had to get one. So what I'm going to do for the moment is I'm just going to nip these bolts up just for the sake of showing you what it all looks like. And when we look at the timing now on the injection pump, okay, we start off with the key upwards, and there's a little line on the tooth here, and it's on the crest of the tooth, and it lines up with the valley of the idler gear. Now, the valley of the idler gear and the crest of this idler gear line up. You have a line on the idler gear in the valley, and the line on the injection pump gear on the crest, and a line on the crest of the idler here in the valley between two dots on the camshaft. So as far as timing here goes, that's about as good as we can go. You can't do much more there. Now, what you can do at this stage is if you have the flywheel on and you have a timing mark available, you can shift the pump. But what I'm going to do is we're going to put a piston in. I'll assemble the pistons and the rods and all that next. I'll get them in, and I'll show you what Perkins suggests to get that injection pump timed right. That'll be a separate video. As for your timing here, that's as good as it needs to be for the moment. I'm not going to put the timing cover on to start at this stage. I want to leave it open to show you, and I will cover it when we get to that, but at the moment I'd just like to show you where the bolts are, and it's good to have a visual illustration of where this all lines up with when the piston's coming up and down. So there you go. That's assembling the timing gear and timing it with the timing gears and timing your injection pump roughly. The injection pump's the one we can work with.